Liz Miller. I get to run Reach KCK Youth Ministry, which is the Wyandotte County Youth Outreach of the Archdiocese. So when I was growing up, my grandparents would always say, remember who you are. It's kind of a line from The Lion King, the really cool scene where Mufasa is like in the sky and he tells Simba, remember who you are. And our answer to that was always, I'm a child of God. You know, living into that, what does that mean? That means getting out and exploring my talents and giving my all. And for me, that involves being outdoors. I think playing is absolutely the way that we communicate with kids. It's the way that we communicate with adults. But a lot of times we think of playing as only something that kids do. But really we all need to play. We all need to enjoy ourselves and have a good time, because it's through playing that we remember that we're made for more than work. Go figure. But we can learn things when we play. Playing is such a huge part of my ministry because it's how people intuitively understand the lessons that we're trying to teach. So it doesn't matter what lesson that is. That can be anything from, you know, theology of the body to just how to be a good leader. And by playing and by playing games, by playing sports, we actually do a sports ministry. It's just a ministry of relationship and of allowing people to just be who they are, and that gives them the freedom to grow and to change and to become the people that God created them to be. So I work with a lot of teens, and I was involved in youth sports as a kid as well. And one of the things that I've noticed is that there's just a lot of emphasis on, you know, weekend sports time, and you know, your life gets kind of overrun by a lot of games and practices and that kind of thing. And one of the downfalls, I think, of that is that it becomes so individualized, and people are going to different practices here and there, and a lot of times families are not making on the weekends, you know, going to mass as a family a priority because they've got a game or they've got 10 different practices they got to get their kids to. I grew up in a family, I'm the oldest of 7, so we were always in 500 different places, you know. But, you know, now having kind of a growing family of my own, one of the things that I really appreciate, honestly, about CYO is that emphasis on the faith, and making sure that we pray, you know, when we're at games or even at practices, and making sure that we make room for family interaction, and making sure that we make room also for Mass and for family prayer time. I think that's really important because it shows how families can play together. And when we make room, make space for families to play together and pray together, it kind of is a more holistic approach than just what the world offers us in go and drive and succeed, but you don't need to be fulfilled spiritually if you're fulfilled physically. You need both. You need to be fulfilled spiritually and physically. St. Paul uses a lot of metaphors in a lot of his letters that pertain to sports. And when we look at those, it shows how the spiritual and the physical are so connected. So that's one of the things I think CYO does well, is combining the faith in our spiritual life, our spiritual race, with the physical race.
What do you think Jesus' favorite game was when he was a little boy?
Sheep. Sheep. Playing tag with sheep. Playing tag with sheep.